Yu Center of Buddhist Studies. He is specialized in the study of neuropsychology, medicine, and Buddhism. His research featured in publications on religious chanting, mindfulness, and explores the neural correlates of meditation and attention. Dr. Gao's work bridges ancient Buddhist wisdom with modern scientific insights, focusing on consciousness evolution and the ethical dimensions of artificial intelligence, particularly in understanding attention mechanisms across biological and artificial systems. His lecture topic today is the power of mind, learning and attention mechanism for biological intelligence and artificial intelligence. Without further ado, let's welcome Dr. Gao.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's so great that we are here to introduce the power of mind theory. We're talking about Buddhism, brain, and AI. Actually, we're going to have a common core course on this in the near future. So we will have a series of talks on this topic, which is quite futuristic, right? So in this talk, we are going to give a grand picture about the future of our humanity and its relationship with technology and the philosophy and the religion. Oh, okay. So, we are now the very hot topic is AI, right? Which actually make us reach a point of so-called singularity. The singularity means that before and after this point, the development of humanity or human civilization may radically change. So, for our evolution of species, we go from the single cell to multiple cells, and from water to land life, and from reptilian to mammalian, and then from primates to human beings. We have experienced billions, millions years, and now we are at the age of from biological intelligence to the artificial intelligence and to the future, which we're going to explore here. Okay. So
Next slide.
yeah, next one. So actually, the evolution of a species is really the evolution of genes, which is kind of information. And for human beings, the most important part, of course, is the human brain, which is actually an organ for information processing. And our brain here actually will also repeat the evolution of all these neurons, neural system from the beginning. We call this is the phylogenetics. Phylogenetics, that means each of our brain actually will repeat the evolution of millions years. So our brain actually has a long term of training, which you can also find here, from the very beginning of central nervous system to all the soil and to human being as well. So, what will be the next? Now we're in the, are we going to the so-called utopian? Because you know the AI now is so powerful, it can help us to do literally everything, right? And we will see it's becoming more and more smart, and also the robot. You know, there just this month there's a robot competition in Beijing, so you can see many robots running. Actually, their evolving speed is 100 times in human being. So we will see that they're becoming smarter and smarter, and literally replace many of our jobs or whatever you do. Maybe the AI or robot can do it. So that means we're going to society that everybody can just take rest and AI robot will do everything. Yeah, that is possible. But on the other hand, it will be a society that mixed by the robot and human, and even we can add a spiritual part, Buddha, God, or the Shiva. But if you look at these pictures, did you find something interesting or something strange here? This is an AI generated picture. If you look at the picture, I just asked it to generate the future of the human and the AI, how it looks like. You will see, yeah, they are mixed together. But if you look at the case, it's more likely to be a robot case. So, right? Even here. So if you use AI more frequently, you will find actually the AI would slightly prefer the position of the AI itself. They always like to say something, they tend to say something AI is good. Even you ask it to say something neutral, but he will always say slightly. Even you look at this picture, you can see that, right? It will generate the offspring actually the robot and AI. So this is we call, maybe you will say, okay, AI has a little bit selfish or preferred its own use rather than human beings. So this is what we call, there's a problem potentially is there, we call it the super alignment of AI to human, because we need this. The super alignment is a technology that has to make the AI behave as human wants. So we don't want an AI to get out of control or do its own willingness, even if have their own consciousness or free will. So this is very important, right? Because in the future, AI is so powerful. If he has its own will, he will do something quite different. That's why the godfather of AI, the Jeffrey Hinton, and also the Eliot, they both are very strongly emphasize this super alignment, and they have a team there. But somehow, Altman has to dismantle the super alignment team because of commercial or whatever argument there. And frankly to speak, given the background of the unstoppable race for AI supremacy, every country, they want to prosper the supremacy of AI so they can take advantage. Especially the two major players, the US and China. So this process is literally unstoppable, right? In the current state. So there is a good chance that we can reach the utopia, heaven of humanity, but there are also other chances, according to Elon Musk or others that would say there are 10 or 20%, they are out of control. It's also possible we already meet all the problems like the climate change, the nuclear war, and bad chemical weapon, like I'm not sure whether COVID exactly belongs to that, and even the genetic weapon or manipulation in the future. So all this actually can be a dangerous. For example, if you want to go to a way that is 10% of capability you are going to buy, are you going that way? Probably you won't, right? But human is currently on that path to the future, and which is unavoidable. So why this happen and how shall we deal with it? One problem is that currently we're emphasize a lot on the material, the physical power, where the moral and spiritual one is less emphasized. That's why we're going to the current situation, like we meet a lot of problems, which everybody is competing for supremacy, for advantage. So we are currently in a very important critical point. That's where is the future of human pulse. And we have to really seriously assess the power and the risk of AI, because a very pressing ethical concern is that AI will like grows as big as an elephant, right? With regard to intelligence, because it's increasing like 100 times faster than human being. And if it's as big as an elephant and the human is like small as ants, so there's the danger that the elephant may not deliberately kill human, but how about the just by accident, which is also quite possible. So how we can deal with that? One key problem is that the AI is currently fed up by the data of human society. So we humans actually competing each other, cheating each other, fighting each other. So AI will of course learn from us. You know, AI is from the beginning, this round of AI is actually learning from the human neural network. Like this one, this is a human neural network, and this is the AI neural network. So it's actually mimicking the human intelligence. We can't simply let the AI say, you can't do that, you can't do that. Just as the case, you tell the kid, you don't do this, don't do that. But actually, the child may not follow you. Only when your behavior good, then the kid will follow you, right? So that's why we human being has to also behave well, because the AI may follow the similar mechanism as human being, the so-called attention mechanism. We are under similar algorithm, human brain and the AI. That's why we have to behave well so that the AI can also learn from it. The key point of intelligence of current human and AI is the attention mechanism. That is, it try to focus on the most important part, like the AI algorithm, while ignore a lot of others. This is the same way as our human being, because we actually are receiving tens of millions or billions of information. But usually, we only focus on one point, very little information, so that we can use our resources smart. So you are smart. But that's the same principle. It is actually like amplifier, magnifier. We will show that a bit later. The similar thing happening in Buddhism or other traditional meditation is trying to calm down your mind, try to eliminate the noise and focus your attention on one point. That is your capacity of the meditation. So we know that our brain is actually also as powerful as AI, because we have been evolved like millions of years, if not billions of years. We have the neurons similar to the number of galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy in our universe, which is about 100 billions of neurons. And we also have trillions of synapses. So it's very capable for us to imagine the whole world and even to see it's in the same scale as the universe. That's why sometimes we will see our brain is kind of universe, and it's really good. So we are fully capable to effectively teaching the AI how it should behave, because we are also as powerful as AI with regards to the enormous neural network. So, but on the other hand, why do you feel sometimes I'm not so powerful? I'm also like a monkey mind, because you also, if you look at the brain, it's actually we have many parts of the brain region as you can see here. Each part we have roughly 52 small areas of brain. Each area may have its own function and its own idea. So it's like a lot of small people jumping here and there. That's why your mind is like a monkey. And sometimes we even conflict with others, and there's a lot of not so beautiful things happening. And that also causes a conflict all over the world. And we can even, and with the current technology of AI and John and Robert, so it's very important for us to really think about the way we're going to follow one, either conflict or the more peaceful way development, because this is very important. We know there's two strategies in human society evolution. One is the zero sum. You simply kill the other side. Or another is winning strategy. This strategy, the zero sum, it's very common in nature, right? The lions eat the sheep, and the sheep eat bigger animals, eliminate the smaller one. Well, that's nature. Somehow this mechanism is very efficient for us to evolve from the single cell, multiple cell, reptilian, mammalian, and human being. Because we, in the nature, we assemble the energy for the most smart, most intelligent species. That's why we can evolve very quickly here. We won't say it's all bad. And now we're in a stage we can't eliminate all those, right? If we talk about the US and China, competition. Because we all have nukes that can ensure the multiple destruction. If you kill others, that means the end of the world. So in this situation, we have to change our mind and turn more competition outside to more inner world. Like, our brain is actually very powerful, but we have to be like assemble all your brain energy to one point. Something like, yes, I can show a picture here. Show a picture. So you can see here, this is a human brain. This is a human brain in real size. So it's the same as my brain. We have many parts. Then we need to focus, train your mind, make all the energy here to focus on one point, and then you can break through. Similar as this one, this is also the brain side, right? And if you hold this and under the sunlight, it can quickly burn something, enlighten something. That means if you focus your mind, you can actually break through. So that's why we need that's why we need the mind practice. And it's not easy, usually. One skill for us to easily do mind training is bracing. Because bracing is, you think about it, breath is actually a key point that is, you look at the breath, is one of the only organ in the human body that it can be controlled by your mind or by your unconsciousness, right? So you can control it voluntarily or automatically. So that means it's a bridge connecting the conscious and unconscious. And if your conscious and unconscious can be connected, your mind may be more comfortable or even powerful. There's a talk on actually one way we can practice it. Only 1 minute, you can feel a slightly better. For example, you can slightly breathing in and breathing out, like 3 times. When you're breathing in, you try to concentrate your mind on your forehead. And then you breath out. And then feel your whole body is relaxed. And then you do it again. When you breathe in, you make your mind more concentrate on your forehead. And then you breath out. And you feel your whole body from your head to shoulder to foot, and then more relaxed. Okay, you can try it. Let's do it again. One more. Breathing in, concentrate, and then breathing out to relax. Because when you're breathing in, your your sympathetic system is actually more activated. That's why when you're breathing, your heartbeat will slightly quicker. So you're doing something. But when you breath out, like, right, so it's more parasympathetic system will be more activated. And also you will make your mind feel or over your body, because most of the time, your mind and the body is actually separated. Your mind is thinking about this and that, and you play games all the day, but your body is actually sitting there like a prison, right? So even, I know somebody even play electrical games and eventually he got a kidney failure. Why? Because he always likes to play and even he has no time to go to toilet. Very simple. You see how mind is greedy. So we by this way we can constantly natural mind take care of your body. It's very easy, but you need a long-term practice. And after that, your mind will become like, we have a study of Zen master. So this is Zen master, and this is normal people. So when usually the Zen masters, their brain activation is low. But when they want to do something or begin to think about something, you can see their brain activity suddenly shoot up. So their mind is more dynamic and flexible. So that's why after long-term practice, you can be more powerful and saving energy. Okay? And also it may collect your consciousness and unconscious. Because actually unconsciousness part, like the dark material, is actually a major part of body or maybe our mind. Our mind are just the spotlight of your brain. There's a lot more ongoing there you're aware of. So that's been a lot of practice. Actually, Denver Hing Kong has a Easter meditation camp during 4 days. They were talking about verses, breathing, and Zen. He will have a meditation camp on each Easter. So if you are interested, you go to him next year. So currently we need the human being as a whole to be more emotional resilient and less aggressive behavior, because our AI is going to learn from us. If you have a bad mind or killing each other, so the AI may also learn that. And when it's become very powerful, it may to kill us, right? So that's why we urgently need to boost our moral and spiritual capacity. And we human beings also, we're in a huge network of human society. And in this society, no one are the leader. But on the other hand, everybody is a leader, because this is again also a network of leadership. Just the same as our brain, we can't find a leader in our brain, but every time you do something, you feel I want to do something. So the same may happen to our human society. That's why each of our Earth, we need to boost our capacity for the good of the whole human society in the future. And hopefully, with the discipline, for example, non-killing, don't kill each other, right? Focus meditation, and then where each of us are very smart, so that we are capable to tame the dragon of AI, which is very powerful. So that's the future, maybe. That's where the hybrid biological intelligence and artificial intelligence. So here we have a small game that you can concentrate and use your mind, fly a drone like a UFO, which is the future of also the human. We believe that it's not very far. The human may also fly here and there to Moon, to Mars. So, but eventually, you have to keep your mind very calm and powerful. So this is called the brain computer interface. And we have some devices here that you can try to have a taste of the meditation and the brain computer interface. The future of maybe the future of humanity, because like currently everybody has a smartphone, right? In the future, everybody has a robot with you. So you have to use your mind to communicate with others to so that you can survive in the society. Also, we need to like tame the AI, always stay on the shoulder. Yeah, so we can try it. For those who are for those, yeah, for us not here, we have Mind and AI Club, which will regularly hold activities here. So you can always have this twice there, the brain and the drone. So you can register here. Yeah, finally, let me thank the key knowledge expand and Center of Buddhism study, and especially the art technology lab. They actually have the immersive environment here, which we will also show here. Yes, so now let's see how we can play with the drone. Okay. So anybody want to try here? Okay, yeah. Can you please sit here so maybe others can see you?